Welcome into doTERRA Field at UCCU Ballpark, the site of the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships. I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. It is the 5A State Championship Baseball game between the Lehigh Pioneers and the Timpanogos Timberwolves. And just like the 6A game, Lehigh won the coin toss, and they are the home team in the championship game. And we will start with the Timpanogos Timberwolves at the plate. It'll be Tate McGillivray leading things off. And for Lehigh, it'll be Mays Madsen on the hill. So Tate McGillivray steps in. And he hits this one well in the left center field. And what a start for the Timberwolves. It'll be a leadoff double with Tate McGillivray. Trying to shake off the cobwebs from this afternoon in that 8-7 defeat. And starts things off in a good way. And that'll bring up Luke Livingston. The center fielder, as Madsen misses up and in. Can't think anything of being hit by pitches this week in the 5A state tournament. We've had 27 hits batsmen this week. And the 1-0 to Livingston is in there for called strike one. Luke's had an even week at the plate. It's been interesting to watch you all go through runs. We have a bunch of different things happening, but he's been pitched hard as well. As that ball is up and out of the zone. And now the 2-1 from Mays. Swung on, strike two. Mace Madsen, a sophomore, the son of Eric Madsen, the legend of UVU baseball. And the brother to Mick and Maddox, both college athletes. And Maddox currently the backup quarterback at Boise State. I finally said it. Said I wouldn't say it till he starts. I'm just trying to speak it into existence for Maddox's sake. That school up north that plays on the Smurf turf. Dane Stewart approves of my muting saying Boise State. Dane Stewart gives it a big black and gold thumbs up. But it's been a great day at the ballpark. This 5A and 6A baseball tournaments have gone the maximum amount of games it could go. We had a play on Thursday because the one-loss team won on Wednesday in all 4 games. And then to come to the championship series and have the one-loss teams win this morning and this afternoon and lead us into 2 game 3s. I mean, come on. That's just awesome. It's just so much fun. So a full count to Luke Livingston. And the 3-2 up in the zone. And it is runners on first and second. So the first 2 get on for Timpanogos. And that is going to bring up Brighton Tate. Brian Tate, the third baseman. Pitched well yesterday. In the Game 1 win. Tate showing bunt, pulls, and it's in there for strike one. You know, talking to one legend, Eric Madsen, talking about another. He says, just so much fun playing against, going up against Kim. Kim Nelson, 8 state championships as a head coach. If he wins number 9, it would tie him with legend Steve Cramblett, the man who built Taylorsville baseball into an absolute monster in the 80s and 90s. As that ball fouled off on the bunt, 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Brighton Tate. As Madsen comes set, and that ball lifted out of play. Mays had a tough outing earlier this week, looking to bounce back. Salem Hills got going early on, but he'll be set to go for as long as he needs to. He's had enough days rest. As Brighton steps out. Brighton batting .396 on the season, has 30 RBIs. And looking to pick up 31. With 1 out, runners got to freeze on a line drive. Middle's back playing on the double play ball. That ball lifted out of play and spoils the 0-2 pitch. And the 0-2 bouncer to short. Gonna have a chance. McGuire over to Olson, and Olson is having a shot at first. So reaching on a fielder's choice, gonna put runners on the corners for Billy Bird. They avoided Billy Bird like the plague in game 2. They will not have the option to do that. Well, I guess they could. They could do it right now with 2 outs and runners on the corners. But Billy Bird has swung a good bat this week. Been a single and RBI machine. And if you've seen the movie The Machine, tweet me your review and what you thought. Thumbs up, thumbs down. As that pitch misses, or pardon me, is in there for a called strike 1. Got the lower half on the breaking ball. And if you know what I'm talking about, go look it up. It's hilarious. And that ball back up the middle. And just like we talked about it, Billy Bird comes through. And the first run of the game comes in, and Tate McGillivray, his leadoff double, leads to the first run. And I'm going to go on the limb and say it's going to take more than 1 run to win this game tonight. He scored 15 runs in game 2 combined. Sorry we're not having the outs up. Intern Preston was trying to help me out, getting lineup stuff correct. So Caden Harding steps in, the catcher. And a 1-0 count. And that ball off the plate. And that ball hit into center field. Ranging back and making the catch. The throw to third is not going to be in time, so advance the runner. Again, put runners on the corners. That ball hit well by Caden Harding. And it was Robertson going back to make the catch. I instinctively wanted to say Mays Madsen and took all of my self-control. Remember that Mays is on the mound. That brings up Tanner Morgan. So Morgan up with runners on the corners. And 2 out. It looks at ball 1. So Billy Bird at third. As that pitch, probably Billy Bird at first. Brighton Tate is at third. As the count 1-1, and Morgan looks at ball 2. Hey, Coach Nelson not pleased at not having a chance of getting into third base, or probably second base, on that ball underneath Mnookin. Because now he wants to draw the throw to second to see if they can get a double steal. And now the 2-1 to Morgan. Chop to the right side. Olsen is going to get over there, slide, make the play, and the throw in time. 1 run comes in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, and we come back. You're watching the 5A championship baseball game on KSLSports.com. Bottom of the first inning, and McGuire Madsen come to the plate, and pitching for Timpanogos is Chase Riggs. As Chase finds his own on strike for strike 1. And that one misses the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. McGuire Madsen's had a great week this week from the plate. He and Mays both. And that ball lifted down the third baseline. Tate is there to make the catch. So Madsen retired for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up younger brother and the starting pitcher, Mays Madsen. And defensively for Timpanogos, at first base is Billy Bird. At second base is Colin Morgan. At third base is Brighton Tate. Shortstop Tate McGillivray. In the outfield, it is Tyler Hunter in left, Luke Livingston in center, and it is Young in right, who ranges over for the second out of the inning. The Madsen boys go down for outs 1 and 2, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Jake Olsen. Jackson Brousseau is on deck. As that one misses just by a bit. And that pitch misses as well. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And that one finds his own, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And now the 2-1. And that hit him. So can extend the inning with the hit by pitch. Number 28 of the 5A state tournament. And it brings up Jackson Brousseau, the first baseman. And Jackson has been swinging a big stick the last 2 days, but through this week, he has 3 triples on the year. 2 of them are this week. In fact, 2 of them are the last couple of days. Hit a home run last night. He was the pitcher of record last evening as well in the Timpanogos win. As that pitch is wide. And that one misses inside, so double crossed here for Riggs. Missed outside, missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Jackson Brousseau. And that pitch is on the plate inside for strike 1. And that one bounced, and Harding able to keep it in front, keep the runner at first base. And that one off the plate, and it's back-to-back walks. Going to put runners on first and second with 2 outs. And it'll bring up Tyson Ellsworth. So Tyson Ellsworth with a chance to tie the game with a base hit. Chops this one to third. Brighton Tate will take it and step on third. And that'll land the bottom of the first as through one complete. It is Timpanogos 1 and Lehigh 0. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship baseball game. Leading off the top of the second inning for Timpanogos. Is Landon Young looking at ball 1. And the 0-1. Probably the 1-0. And that pitch misses. Two balls and a strike. And the 2-1 misses, and it moves the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 from Madsen bounced, and Manukin's got to be quick to get back as Young going to take a strong turn from first. And the leadoff man is aboard. And that brings up Colin Morgan. The second baseman. And Coach Nelson will play small ball. Coach Nelson, we mentioned 8 state championships, is looking for number 9 tonight. Lehigh, the reigning 5A state champions, as the bunt is shown, and it's going to be an easy advance to second base for Young. So Landon Young now in scoring position, looking to extend the lead here for Timpanogos as Eric Madsen will take a stroll out to have a talk with Mays. It's mission call open season. You got a missionary getting ready to go out to the field. They need to get him outfitted. Go to Modern Missionary. Go to modernmissionary.com. Go register your missionary, and you'll get a free shirt and tie. That way you can try it before you buy it. And all the clothes they're going to wear for the next 2 years. Make sure that the shirt fits the way they want it to fit. It does everything you thought it would do. You can go to modernmissionary.com, go register them, or you can go into Modern Missionary, let them know, and let them know the Rewind sent you, and they'll take care of you. I want to thank Modern Missionary for their support. Everything we do on KSL Sports Rewind. Also, if you need a consultation, any law questions, or anything you think you might have a case, you need to set up a business, you created a product, you need to get IP set up and all the right things of patents, go to Heidemann and Associates and let them help you out. Get a free consultation. Let them know that Rewind sent you. 801-472-7742. And Justin Heidemann will take care of you. I promise it. So 1 ball and no strikes to Colin Morgan. As that one misses and the count goes to 2-0. But it's been a fun day at the ballpark, been a fun week here. And we expect a good one here in the championship game of the 5A Championship Series. Second base, taken on the backhand by Olsen over to first. And Brousseau looking to backdoor the runner. Jackson's fortunate. He's accurate with the ball. Saw that on the football field. He's very fortunate. The ball didn't get by. As Tyler Hunter comes to the plate. That pitch misses. And the 1-0 to Hunter is bounced. So 2 balls and no strikes from Mays Matson. Timberwolves looking to expand on their 1-0 lead. The 1-0 lifted into right field. See if this is deep enough to score the run. The catch made by Ellswood. Here comes the throw. Not cut off, not in time. Hunter does the job. The sacrifice fly brings in the second run of the ball game for Timpanogos. And it's 2-0 Timberwolves. So to the top there we go, and Tate McGillivray. McGillivray. He looks at strike 1. Tate opened the game with a double and scored a run. Big swing there. Strike 2. And now the 0-2 pitch from Mays Matson. Misses well wide. One to burn up 0-2. Tate, a .430 hitter. Lifts this one into right field. And that's going to get into the bullpen area. Keeps counting the ball in 2 strikes. Driven in 31. There's 2 home runs, 10 doubles, 5 triples. And now the 1-2. And that pitch misses up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not going to chase. And the 2-2 from Mays did not get him. I don't know, Tate thought it might have, or asked the umpire, or what he did. Full count. Luke Livingston on deck. And the 3-2. Ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Going to put a man on for Luke Livingston. Let's see if they put McGillivray in motion. McGillivray. Said it wrong all week long. It's going to take so long for me to get that right. I want to make sure I get it right. Checked on McGillivray. And back over. Livingston batting .303. McGillivray goes. The throw from Manukins in time. Is the tag in time? It is. Nicely done by Brandon Manukin to get the throw out at second base as we go to the bottom of the second. Pioneers come to the plate trailing 2-0. You're watching a 5A championship baseball game on KSLSports.com.
Okay.
Leading off is Brandon Mnookin. In a 2-1 game. See if the Lehigh offense can get started as Mnookin takes ball one. And the 1-0 from Riggs, chopped to third base side and foul. So it'll be a ball and a strike to the catcher, Mnookin. You think about a week like this for these catchers. Unless you go pitch, and I mean, do more to your legs. I talked to Josh Rojas after that 6A championship game. Kid has to be spent. I don't care how young you are. That's a lot. The 1-1 swung through, strike two. What do you think of Josh Rojas? He caught. We went the maximum lengths of games. He even caught after he pitched today. As that ball chopped back to Riggs, going to field his own position, and Chase Riggs, the mobile quarterback in the fall, goes over and makes the first out. An unassisted out for Chase Riggs. A rare one on your scorebook. And look, Caden Harding dapping up Ashton Holbrook, who hit the solo home run in game two. There was the difference in this ball, or difference in that ball game. 8-7 as Holbrook looks at ball one. Now the 1-0 from Riggs on the plate, strike one. Oh, he plunked him. Put him on first. It still makes what happened in our first game of the day in the 6A game two so perplexing. I still don't understand why Josh Rojas was brought back after getting hit in the back. As that pitch is off the plate, ball one. So a runner on first and a 1-0 count to Braden Willis, the 8-hole hitter. And it's Bowen Ingersoll on deck. And Bowen is, in game two, hit the ball extremely well for Lehigh and able to bridge up to the top of the order. And now the 1-1, big swing, strike two to Holbrook. Holbrook also came in and got the save. Well, actually got the win. In game two, I believe, anyway. There's a check swing. Did he or didn't he? Did not. Holbrook, a .383 hitter on the season. And now 4 home runs on the year. Imagine home run numbers and everything else is down. There's so much snow, so cold throughout this spring. And the 900 feet of snow that we got this year. As that ball off the plate, count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Willis. And the payoff pitch from Riggs, swung through, strike 3. And Willis retired for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Bowen Ingersoll. What can your 7, 8, 9 guys do? Always comes to be a big thing in these games. And your 9 hitter, can he bridge to the top of the order? As Ingersoll looks to strike 1. And now the 0-1 to Ingersoll misses up. A quick conversation with Caden Harding. In game 2, Ingersoll had 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Also was hit by a pitch. But trying to bridge the top of the order where the Matson boys are waiting. Swings through that one, strike 2. Chase Riggs. Beautiful breaking ball there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out on a runner on first base. Ball into the outfield. And extending the inning and putting a runner in scoring position is Bowen Ingersoll. So runners on first and second for the Pioneers. So now McGuire Madsen to the plate. Ground ball to second. Bobbled for a moment by Morgan. On time to first. Well, runner got in scoring position. Couldn't bring him across. We go to the top of the third. Timpanogos 2, Lehigh 0. You're watching the 2023 5A Championship Baseball game. And welcome back to UCCU Ballpark. Dusty Litster with you. Game 3 of this 5A Championship Series. And it's a 2-0 lead as the Timberwolves have been able to play to run in each of the first 2 innings. So top of the third, and it's Luke Livingston. Luke looks at ball 1. Luke walked in the first, was at the plate when McGillivray was thrown out going to second. Hits this one to shallow right field. Ellswood's over there, and Tyson has it for the first out of the inning. And now to bring up Brighton Tate. Tate reached on a fielder's choice as Madsen misses wide. The 1-0 misses out and up. Or you could say high and outside. Or up and out. The 2-0. Whoa! Tate flings down one up the baseline. That'll wake you up. We'll say I wasn't necessarily against the netting being extended, but it is nice. It's been nice to be like, oh, I hope everybody's okay over there this week. As Tate lifts this one down the right field line, and it will be taken by Ellswood. Nice job of getting over there by the right fielder for the second out of the inning. And the second put out for Ellswood. And that brings up Billy Bird. Billy Bird had RBI single back in the first inning. That ball off the handle to right field. It's going to fall in. Even when he doesn't get the best part of the bat on it, it's fallen. So Bird extends the inning with the 2-out single. And now the catcher, Caden Harding. The junior. Sacrifice fly his first time. Oh, he flew out to center, advanced the runner. The center field as that one's a check swing. Ball one. The 1-0, got him. Caden Harding, I don't remember if I'll have to double check my memory. He's getting a little foggy with all the games. I believe in game 2, he didn't have an official bat because he was hit or walked in every at bat. Because we're going to double check the official box score. Yeah, 3 plate appearances. He was walked or hit in all 3 of them. So that brings up Tanner Morgan with runners on first and second and 2 outs. As Mnookin able to keep that ball in front. Morgan was 0 for 3 in game 2. This is not true. He was 2 for 3. As that pitch misses from Mays. And Mnookin can come out, have a chat. Must have gotten crossed up on the signs there. One last thing, hold on. So Mnookin will get back behind the dish. And a 2-0 count. And that ball foul back to the screen by Tanner Morgan. And Morgan was 2 for 3, lined out to lined out to second to Jake Olson. Two balls and 1 strike. That ball striped down the left field line and foul. Looking to bust loose. Had a couple extra base hits at Larry Miller Field. Did Morgan. And now looking to come through with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position to give the T-Wolves a run in every inning. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. And that pitch misses wide. The count is full. Not much to gripe about on that one. That was definitely wide and low. And I think some of our fans got mixed up. Now, it was a logjam to get into this game because of how long the last game went. Everybody trying to get in, some trying to get out. And our Lehigh fans ended up behind the Timpanogos dugout as the payoff pitch is foul, and we'll do it again. But it's moved around the fans of where everybody is, so some of the groans are going to come from the right side. That's because Lehigh fans were been on the right line, first baseline, the first 2 games. So we'll go with the payoff pitch one more time. Runners go, chop to third base side, and foul once again. Good at bat here for Tanner Morgan. The longer the bats go, the more it feels that it's in his favor. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runners go. That ball lifted into center field. Robertson going to camp underneath it, and Jamin has it for the final out of the inning. Some more traffic on the base paths, but Mace Matson able to pitch around it. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship baseball game. We go to the bottom of the third inning. And Lehigh looking to get on the board as, there we go, finally updates. Mace Batson called strike one. And that pitch is off, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Chop to the first base side. That ball taken cleanly by Morgan on the first for the first out. I think it might be the first game we've had in this 5A tournament since the bracket play anyway, that the Madsen boys are combined 0 for 4. So 1 out and Jake Olson to the plate. And Jake looks at strike one. And the 0-1. Swung through, strike two. And the 0-2 from Riggs. Bounced, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this ball at Morgan once again, and Colin Morgan over to first in time. And there's 2 outs in the inning. Chase Riggs staying off the barrel of the bat. Pitching the contact, staying off the barrel. And no one's broke through. That's the third put out for Colin Morgan. And now Jackson Brousseau to the plate. And Jackson looks to strike one. JB's had a good championship series. Home run, a triple. And he swings through that one, strike one, or probably strike two. No balls and 2 strikes to Brousseau. And the 0-2, swung through strike 3, the drop third strike, and Harding fires to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chase Riggs. We go to the top of the 4th. Timpanogos still leading 2-0. Top of the 4th inning. It's Landon Young leading things off, and Young looks at ball 1. Landon walked and scored back in the 2nd inning. And that pitch misses up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch swung on, strike 1. And the 2-1 inside. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And now the 3-1. A ball lifted into left center field. Robertson will get there but not catch it. Keeps it from moving. And what could have been a double is a single, as Robertson able to get his glove on that. That's Jamin Robertson in center field. So leadoff man aboard, and that'll bring up Colin Morgan. Morgan showing bunt, does bunt up the first base line and foul. Colin grounded out to second base in the 2nd inning. .375 hitter through 30 games, 30 hits and 80 at bats. And the 0-1 is wide the plate. Count even at a ball and a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And no outs, and runner on first. And the runner goes, hit and run. The line drive into right field's going to fall in. Fell right in front of Ellswood. Just could not get to that ball. Enough top spin on it. And a perfectly executed hit and run. The only thing you'd want on top of that is a runner to go from first to third. Sometimes that hit and run just gets your hitters going. Get a guy to stop thinking so much of the plate. He's got to get a bat on the ball. And Morgan able to move the runner. So 2 aboard and no outs. That brings up Tyler Hunter. Tyler got an RBI in the second inning with the sacrifice fly that brought in Landon Young. And now from Mays Matt to the Manukin. They've got to execute no pass balls, no free bases. And if you're Timpanogos, continue to be aggressive. They're going to probably show bunt. They are. Going to try to move the runner. Perfect bunt up the third baseline. Handled by Willis on to first. And Olsen there to cover. And he does advance him to second and third as we go to the top of the order. So 2 ducks on the pond here. On the sacrifice. And the 53 putout, Tate McGillivray. So 1 out, runners on second and third for Tate. Tate doubled in the first, walked last inning, and was caught stealing then the inning. Quick conversation with Kim Nelson. A chance to score 2 runs and extend the lead to 4-0. And Tate, he was trying to make it 5-0. Swinging through that one, 0-1. Mention is well over a 400 hitter on the season is Tate. 31 RBIs. And the 0-1. That is wide of the plate and the count. Oh. That was called strike 2. That was delayed. So no balls and 2 strikes to McGillivray. The 0-2 reaches out to second base. Olsen has to go to first, and Tate does his job, brings home a run. And it's 3-0 Timpanogos as Jake Olsen gets the putout. Had no play at home. Get your bat on the ball to the right side and score the run. Smart baseball. Selfless baseball as well. But it picks up the RBI, does McGillivray. As Livingston comes up swinging. And there's 2 outs. Strike 2 to Luke Livingston. Luke can make it 4-0 with the base hit as that pitch misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now 1-2. Chop to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on third base. And the 1-2 misses inside. And the count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 misses up. And it's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Livingston. So the runner will be in part motion here at third base. And the payoff pitch lifted into center field. That's going to get down. 4-0 Timpanogos as Luke Livingston comes through on the 3-2 pitch from Mays Madsen. And it is 4-0 Timpanogos. And now Brighton Tate comes to the plate. Following up the RBI for Mr. Timberwolf. And I'll bring out a conversation here for Lehigh. And we'll just mute. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship game. It's Tegan Stevenson going to come in to pitch for Mays Madsen. In relief of Mays Madsen, I should say. And Brighton Tate chops this one back up the middle. Got good speed. It'll be an infield single. Hit it in the dark place. And the runners are all safe. The infield version of the Bermuda Triangle. This field turf, you get a good bounce on it. Have to wait for it to come down, and it fell right behind the mound. It's a long way to come in, either from third base or shortstop to get to that ball. And that's going to bring up Billy Bird. Already has 1 RBI single tonight. So here comes Billy Bird. And he tips that one into the glove for strike 1. Don't have any stats on Stevenson from this year. Made 1 appearance, actually. Hit that back and hit Billy Bird. Hit batsman number 29. Dare we get to 30? So bases loaded and 2 outs. And now to bring up Caden Harding. So Caden can really do some damage here. A 4-0 lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Facing Stevenson. Fastball up and in. It gets away from Mnookin. Kind of an interesting situation. No one kind of noticed what was going on, it felt like. As that ball goes off of the front of the glove, Mnookin couldn't get to it, and a run comes in. 5-0, and runners on second and third. The officials are going to have a conversation. That was awkward. I'm not sure if the conversation's about whether or not it hit Harding in the box. or if it was that it hit the umpire. So meeting the minds is good. So runners on second and third, and 2 outs here for Caden Harding. And that one dribbled up the third baseline. Dead ball hit him in the box. So it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike here to Harding. Tanner Morgan on deck. Harding looking to come through in a big way. Fouls that one down the line. Ball and 2 strikes. One thing we've seen from Caden this week, he's not going to go chasing. You're going to have to go in the zone to get this kid out. And the 1-2. Missed off the plate. Mnookin tried to frame it. That was well off the plate. Umpire looked, Mnookin asked, because he was asked to ask. He said he was outside. But right now, Pioneers digging themselves a hole. They could get worse. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. That called strike 3. Painted the corner on that one. But the T-Wolves play 3 runs and take a 5-0 lead to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching a 5A championship game. Tyson Ellswood leading off the inning. Trying to find some way to spark this Lehigh offense. Been held at bay by Chase Riggs. And that's in there for a called strike 1. And that's there for a called strike 2. Ellswood reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. And the 0-2 bounced, and it will be a ball and 2 strikes. And now the 1-2. Foul back to the screen, and it'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Pioneers only have 1 hit. The T-Wolves have scored 5 runs on 7 hits. There's not an error on either side. And the 1-2, chop back up the middle, and that is going to get through for a leadoff single. And maybe that can get the bats moving within that Pioneer dugout. We've seen comebacks in the 6A side at least. It was a 6-1 game yesterday in game 1 of the 6A championship. And it was a 7-6 win for Sky Ridge. As Mnookin goes the other way, and Young makes the catch in right field. Just when you think you go from first to third, Landon Young makes a terrific diving stop, and it's 1 out. And that brings up Ashton Holbrook. And Holbrook looks at strike 1. Man, for Mnookin. Thought that ball was going to get down. If it got down on the dive from Landon Young, I mean, that's extra bases. We're moving. And Landon Young makes the catch. Pretty play. And now the 0-1. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 2 for Ashton Holbrook. Holbrook walked his last time up. I was looking at the wrong side of on my book before, so hits this one well in the left center field. Going back as Livingston at the wall, makes the grab at the warning track. How about this outfield? Landon Young makes a diving catch for out number 1, and Luke Livingston, like he's chasing down a Chase Riggs, deep ball, tracks it down on the warning track for out number 2. Said all week that kid's one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the state. What a play by Luke Livingston. Chop to the third base side, take it on the short hop, and everything went right. What a defensive inning from the Timberwolves of Timpanogos. Mercy, a diving catch for out number 1. Livingston runs 100 yards for out number 2, and then getting that ball in the short hop for out number 3 by Brighton Tate. We go to the top of the 5th. It is all T-Wolves here in the 5A championship. We'll be right back. So Tanner Morgan leads things off as Lehigh feel like they had to have something happen in that bottom of the 4th inning. And Lehigh went full Michael Corleone on him. They said, I can give you my offer right now if you want. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. 3 highlight reel plays in the bottom of the 4th inning by this Timpanogos defense. Unreal. As that pitch is in there for a called strike 1 on Tanner Morgan. Morgan flew out to center his last time up. And the 0-1. This ball struck well. Mays Madsen's back there and has it for the first out. So that brings up the right fielder, Landon Young. Landon he got that half inning started with a diving catch in right field. You're going to follow it up with the stick here. As that pitch misses wide. A ball and no strikes to Landon Young, who singled and scored last inning. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning. And the 1-0 in there for strike 1. Quick conversation. Mind you, now that we're in summer, looking for things for your kids to do, go to UtahJazzCamps.com. Find the camps that come all over the place. The camps throughout the summer, get your kids active, also help them with their basketball skills. And of course, if you're from Lehigh or Timpanogos, the Shoot 360 facility in Lehigh is available to you. And that place looks like an absolute blast. That pitch just missed, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, that's well off the plate that time, 3-1. That one was more off the plate than the others, but I mean, the fans are off the plate. They don't get to see the vantage point we got. Well, they could if they wanted to. It was all students in the AF Game 3, and they're all interchanging. That was amazing to watch. As ball 4, kids were just coming in and out of those seats like crazy. They were swapping. No one's getting angry. Now, they may have been unaware if they were standing up in the middle of a play or anything like that, but either way. So runner on first base, and that's going to bring up Colin Morgan. Colin singled and scored last inning in that 3-run 4th inning. They're trying to keep the runner close. And we say, I've shared a bunch this week, what do your 7, 8, 9 hitters do in clutch games? Folks, they have absolutely come through in their first 2 times through the lineup and potentially making it 3 times through. But there's a bouncer up the middle. Olsen steps on his way to first for a 4-3 double play. Well, that'll end the threat. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's 5-0 T-Wolves. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship baseball game on KSLSports.com.
Okay.
You ain't on my level, then shoot. I can't die. 같은 질투 떠나비 올라와. 공기도 달라.
Bull and Ingersoll going to lead things off for the Lehigh Pioneers. They've got 3 at-bats left to make up this 5-run deficit. And that's in there for a called strike. And that 0-1 pitch nearly got him, did not. So a ball and a strike here to Ingersoll. Singled his only time up as Riggs gets the called strike 2. And the 1-2 in there, called strike 3. Chase Riggs now with 3 strikeouts in the ball game. Only surrendered 2 hits. No runs. As now we go to the top of the order for the 3rd time. And it's McGuire Madsen. Playing him really shallow in center field is Livingston. Chopped to second base. And Morgan takes care of it. Again, Riggs pitching to contact, but staying off of the barrel. And there's 2 away. And now Mays Madsen. He's fooling out to right and ground out to second. That's there for called strike 1. Riggs at 58 pitches. And that ball hit well in the right center field. Landon Young on the run. Of course he made the catch. Just the way it's going tonight. Flashing the leather everywhere are the Timberwolves. Through 5 complete, it is 5-0. Timpanogos leading Lehigh in the 5A state championship game. Tyler Hunter leading things off after another stellar defensive play from this Timberwolf team. And Hunter looks a strike 1. And that pitch there for called strike 2. And that foul back. Whoa! Just to the right of us. See if that woke up the scoreboard guy. The 0-2 pitch lifted in the right field. Ellswood is there for the first out of the inning. It's 9-1-2 due up this inning as we go to the top of the order and Tate McGillivray. Tate's had a good night from the plate. Started off hot. The double to lead off the game. Fouls that one out of play. Doubled in the first, walked in the second, and had the RBI. Had he grounded out to second base, but picked up the RBI in doing so. As that one's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 hit well in the left center field. That ball's going to get down. Tate rounds first, heading into second. The throw from Matson is offline, and it's another double for Tate McGillivray. Have yourself a ball game. And that brings up Luke Livingston with the runner in scoring position. That's there for called strike one. And now the 0-1 to Livingston. Stevenson finds his own for strike two. Luke picked up an RBI single as he worked himself to a full count his last at bat in the fourth inning. And that pitch is off the plate, ball one. We saw a 4-run comeback in Game 3 of the 6A championship game. Skyridge got up 7-3. And then it was AF come back to win that game 8-7 as Livingston retired for the second out of the inning on the K. That's all I'm saying is don't go anywhere. Bats get hot super fast in high school baseball. As that brings up Brighton Tate with 2 out on a runner on second. And Tate smokes that ball to left. McGillivray will come around third. Here comes a throw from Ingersoll. And it was cut off, and it brings in Tate McGillivray. An RBI single for Brighton Tate and extends the lead to 6-0. And that brings up Billy Bird. As Timpanogos fans are starting to feel it. As Stevenson, they finally got to him. He'd been hanging tough. And they're starting to beat him up a bit. And that pitch is wide of the plate. Nine hits, 6 runs on 9 hits for Timpanogos. 2 hits for Lehigh. As Billy Bird swings through that one. And that'll even the count at a ball and a strike. And now the 1-1. Runner goes. Mandukin doesn't have a shot at it. Surrenders the bag. And that's a steal for Brighton Tate. And it's also ball 2 to Billy Bird. And the 2-1. Swung through, strike 2. And now the 2-2. Swung through, strike three, and Bird retired to the side. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is T-Wolves 6, Pioneers nothing. You're watching the 5A state championship baseball game on KSLSports.com.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
And welcome back in, bottom of the 6th inning. Is this getting late in the game for the Lehigh Bats to get going? They're going to have 2 at-bats left to try to make up a 6-run deficit. Chase Riggs has kept them off balance all night long. But it's like a horror movie. You have that last kick, and it's the reigning champion Lehigh Pioneers that they're trying to put away. Jake Olson leading things off. And Olson lifts this on the infield. And that ball will be taken care of by Colin Morgan. And that brings up Jackson Brousseau. And that's in there for a called strike. And now the 0-1. Hit well to left field. And that is gone. A solo shot for Jackson Brousseau. His 2nd home run of the championship series. And finally breaks through for the Lehigh Bats. And enough respect, you see all the Pioneers. They all know the guy they call JB. The young man going to go to Colorado State. Will be heading to Fort Collins in about a couple of weeks to get ready for fall camp. And our reigning Mr. Rewind of the football season. Let's see if that wakes up the Bats. As Ellswood, yes he did, strike 1. Chopped to short, taken by Tate on the way to first, and McGillivray takes care of business. So it gave him just a moment of excitement with that home run from Brousseau. And then a quick out, 63, and now bringing up the catcher, Brandon Manukin. And that pitch misses. And now the 1-0. Chopped out of play. And the 1-1 to Mnookin. That's in there for a called strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to the catcher, Mnookin. And that's bounced. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Ball hit well by Mnookin to left center field. Deep part of the ballpark, not going to catch up to it. Rounds first, walking into second base is the catcher, Brandon Mnookin. So Brousseau with the homer, Mnookin with the double. And that will bring up Ashton Holbrook. So Kim Nelson, a quick conversation with Chase Riggs. Probably talking about, hey, you got to stay away from 10. Don't leave the ball inside. He's catching a lot of the plate in this inning. And he looks at strike 1. Chase Riggs minus 2 hits. I mean, he's really just stayed, not supplied power to guys until Brousseau, and then Mnookin. Saw him get a little trouble earlier this week. See if he can keep it tight. But Holbrook could cut the deficit in half with the long ball, but could pull within 4 with a base hit as he fouls that one out of play. And he's grounded first base on catcher's interference. Caught Harding's glove, and so put the runner on, and I'll bring up the third baseman, Braden Willis. Big moment for the third baseman. Fastball finds the zone, strike 1. But you see for Willis, let the ball travel. He can get a little amped up, big crowd on hand. And the 0-1. Hit well into center field. Luke Livingston's right there. So Brousseau with a solo shot. Mnookin made some noise, but Livingston takes that one in as Riggs able to bounce back and get the out. We go to the final inning of the high school sports season. We go to the top of the 7th when we come back. You're watching the 5A State Championship Baseball game on KSLSports.com. Last inning of the high school sports season in the state of Utah. And we'll start off with Caden Harding, the catcher. And Harding wears that one on the back. So we did get to 30. 30 hit batsmen this week in the 5A State Baseball Tournament. 12, 14, and 17 games in the tournament. That is 30 hit batsmen. I shared that stat with a member of the coach staff in this game, and he just shook his head. He's like, I can't believe it. And Bonnet gonna pinch hit for Tanner Morgan. And Bonnet lifts that ball right over our head. So runner on first base and no outs. And that's in there for called strike 2. So Ryder Bonnet will step back in. The 0-2 pitch. Nice dig by Mnookin for ball 1. Bonnet does have 2 RBIs and a double on the season. Hitting .308 in 11 games that he appeared in. But it's been a fun week in the 5A tournament. Games have been fast. If it hadn't been for some lightning delays, would have gone really fast. The only long game was Lehigh and Viewmont on Wednesday night, but that was well worth it. That game was a blast. As that ball through the left side from Bonnet is through. McWhirter to second base, and there's runners on first and second. And nobody out for the Timberwolves. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Landon Young. So Landon Young can give another insurance run. They're going to have 5 insurance runs heading in to the 7th inning. But as I continue to mention, we saw last night in the 6A state tournament, it was a 6-1 game in the bottom of the 6th inning. And then a 6-run 6th gave a 7-6 win to Skyridge. Stevenson, nice bunt by Landon Young. Brousseau had nowhere to go to third. Goes to second base, and he's out. The runner is going to score on the play at first base. So a run will come in, the insurance run, and it'll be an RBI for Landon Young. The runner can run through the bag as Jake Olson comes over, but the runner can go through the bag. And I thought it was a live ball. Umpires didn't kill it when it went out. Conversation come from Coach Ingersoll. He wants to know about what that is. There'll be runners on the corners if everything stays the same. Some umpires will come together. And I think it's a conversation, but it's a tough one. I mean, it's a tough play because the base runner has a right through the base. But just unfortunate, that ball goes toward the baseline where the contact is made by the runner and Olson. I thought he called him out too. And then safe when it came out. But on a force out, I think that's what Coach Ingersoll's conversation is. On a force out for contact to knock the ball loose, is a different deal, because that's why the ball came loose. And if it was on exchange, you'd call him out on anything else. So call him safe at first. So 7-1 the lead for Timpanogos, as they really can feel it now. And Colin Morgan, the second baseman, now comes to the plate. And trying to bunt home another run, as you'll take all you can get if you're Kim Nelson. Man knows what to do in a state championship setting. Looking for his 9th state championship as a head coach. Kim Nelson would tie him with Steve Cramblett and Terry Bowler at 9 state championships. Bailey Santa-Stephen holds the record at 11, the former Bingham manager. As that ball fouled out of play. And excitement because the guy sat down and caught it. It's nice. But Bailey got a lot of his state championships in AB classifications, in the 30s and early 50s. As that ball launched out of play, and the count remained no balls and 2 strikes to Colin Morgan. This Timpanogos team's 27-7 on the year. Went 14-4, took second place in Region 8 behind Jordan. And the 0-2 pitch is up. They won 2 out of 3 against Lehigh in the regular season. And then a ball coming back, and both of them caught. That's pretty cool. That ball hit a beam and came right back at the fan in the first row. Able to make the catch. I guess he's a second row. His umpire's almost out of baseballs. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Colin Morgan, the second baseman. And runners on the corners and no outs. Line drive back up the middle, taken by Madsen. Step on second, throw to first, and a run comes in on the double play ball from McGuire Madsen. Only play to be made there for McGuire. And it's a 6-3 double play. And now Tyler Hunter. And that ball hit well in the right center field. And Ellswood is there to get the third out. But 2 more runs in for Timpanogos. The last 3 outs of the high school sports season coming up. The reigning 5A champs are on the ropes. So they have anything left, it would take a lot. They need 7 runs to force his 8th inning. We'll step aside and we'll be right back. You're watching the 5A championship game on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, last chance opportunity for the reigning 5A champion Lehigh Pioneers. And we'll go 9-1-2 in the batting order. Bowen Ingersoll to lead things off. And it'll be McGuire and Mays Madsen to follow him up. Chop to second base on the first pitch from Riggs. And Ingersoll grounds out for the first out of the inning. Colin Morgan has been called on a lot on defense. Took care of that one. And that brings up McGuire Madsen. Goes by Guai. Neither Madsen boy has been on base tonight. That's shocking what we've seen this week. In there for a called strike one. And the 0-1 from Riggs. Hit well into right field by Madsen. And it's off the wall. Guire around first, heading into second. And that is a stand-up double for the senior McGuire Madsen. That is a triple at Larry Miller Field. But a short right field here at the park his father built. It is a double. And that brings up Mays Madsen, the young sophomore. As he lifts this one in the shallow left field. And going out is McGillivray for the catch. And there's one out left. Great play by Tate McGillivray. And now it's Jake Olson coming to the plate. As Brousseau goes over to console Mays Madsen, who's just frustrated, come off the field. But it's Jake Olson. Hits this one to right field, Landon Young. And there's a new king of 5A baseball. The Timpanogos Timberwolves are your 2023 5A state champions. For the first time since 2017, Coach Kim Nelson is going to take home a state championship, his 9th state title as a head coach of the state of Utah. In 1984 and 85 as the head coach at American Fork. 2002, 2004, 2005, 2008, 2016, 2017, and now 2023, Kim Nelson gets to hang a banner. One of the more respected coaches amongst coaches in the state of Utah. They love this guy, and what a terrific ball game from his T-Wolves. A bounce back from what we saw this morning. 8-7 was the final score this afternoon. To bounce back and only give up one run to this Lehigh team is absolutely impressive. And we'll go through more about this T-Wolf team. And to Lehigh, the kings of 5A baseball for the last year, so much to be proud of to get to this game. Bounce through lots of different things. Everyone goes through injuries and all that stuff. The Madsens played outstanding baseball. You had these seniors that won state championships a year ago with McGuire Madsen, Jake Olson, Jackson Brousseau, Brandon Manukin, so many others who are going to be part of Brandon's a sophomore, but Braden Willis and Holbrook and others. But congratulations, this got Kim with the ice bath, and congratulations to Lehigh on what has been an outstanding season for them. But today and tonight is all about the T-Wolves. Coach Kim Nelson, as I just shared, his 9th state title as a head coach, and what they got tonight from Chase Riggs was absolutely spectacular. Chase Riggs goes a complete game holding down this offense, only giving up the one run to Jackson Brousseau. 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks, and a complete game effort. This is a team that is a complete team. Got a complete game from Bird on Thursday. Had Brighton Tate go a complete game. He had just outstanding pitching from this team in this state tournament. Had a couple lapses, but they played good teams. I mean, Salem Hills and Lehigh are outstanding offensive ball clubs. And they got amazing pitching. Billy Bird was an absolute stud. Tate McGillivray was awesome. And so many guys on this team. Caden Harding working the dish. I mean, there is so many things. And Landon Young, and they flashed the leather tonight too. Luke Livingston was spectacular. As you see the respect between these two clubs at home plate as they go through giving each other fives. But this has just been an outstanding team effort. And as I said, get to know Coach Nelson, know one of his best players he's ever had, and Alex Wolf, and the love that man has for Kim Nelson. And even Eric Madsen, I talked to him before the game, and he just has such respect for Coach Nelson. And just awesome. Again, our final score, Timpanogos 8, Lehigh 1. Your Heidemann and Associates players of the game. Obviously going Chase Riggs for the complete game that he pitched. Absolutely awesome. Just went through the stats there. Landon Young, what he did on defense was awesome. And we're going to go Tate McGillivray. Number 1, I messed up his last name almost all week long. And number 2 tonight, he was just spectacular. 2 doubles, 2 runs scored, and an RBI on the evening, as he was awesome on defense as well, as the leather was flashing for the Timberwolves. But we'll keep the stream up so you can be able to see the celebration. But again, congratulations, Timpanogos, your 2023 5A state champions. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. Congratulations to Coach Kim Nelson on 9 state championships. Congratulations, Coach. So happy for you. And congratulations to Lehigh on the run to the state title game. Thank you all for joining us this week. Enjoy watching the celebration. Again, the 5A Kings of Baseball, the Timpanogos Timberwolves. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on your online home for state championships, KSLSports.com. We'll see you in August.